Gary. Alex. Sam. Talia. Julian. Matt. Nina. Coco. Luis. Virginia. Aaron.
Why is it so big? It must be heavy though.
Dara. Look, you have one? You don't need one? Pascal. Valera. Matthew. Jack. Levi. You got away. You borrowed up on the library. Nick.
Yeah, and the other one. Yeah, after that's fucking dead. So I was kind of want to So, can I get a different one? Because this has got
Alright. I think at the time of your lecture, please return the pink booklet to the library.
Can we do it now, sir?
No. Alright, so up to 4.3 sample types. Just before we go, what are the types of data? Jude? How many types of data you can get? Two. What are they?
Quantitative and categorical.
Without reading on the board.
Quantitative and categorical.
Alright, so what's a qualitative data then?
Numbers.
Qualitative. Quantitative is not. Quantitative is numbers. So, data. You got quantitative, categorical. So basically, essentially, whenever data, that's another way of saying for non-numbers or qualitative. So discrete, definite values, integer values, continuous, can be any value. Categorical, nominal and ordinal. Ordinal means what? Look at ordinal order. Ordinal. So in order, sequence from top to bottom or bottom up. What nominal means? No order. Okay. This is yesterday. Okay, so if you look at sample types, what's a sample? A little bit of the so I can do a sample of all the year 11s in this school, 360 odd or so. I'm going to take out this class and do a survey, and then from there I'm going to extrapolate across the whole for year 11. So for example is year 11 like ice cream? Okay, so it's going to be a yes or no, and then find a percentage of how many of you guys like ice cream, and so on, and I extrapolate that across for the year 11. So for example, 60% of you guys like ice cream, 40% don't. Then I can extrapolate across and say 6% of year 11 like ice cream, 40% don't. Can I do that? What's the most common data that information that you find on a monthly basis? And politicians live by it. Polls. So what they do is, all these like 2 or 3 companies, they get a sample size, typically 2,000, 3,000, or whatever it may be, and they ring up and they say, what do you think the performance of the Prime Minister, or what do you think the performance of the opposition leader? Well, if the election is held today, who would you vote for? And so on and so on. So, and then they get that data, then extrapolate that and publish that in the newspaper. If there's an election today, so and so would lose or so and so will win based on a poll conducted and so on. So they get a small sample and then extrapolate for the whole population. So what would be the most accurate way of getting of safe to say for the voting intention of the whole population? You go around each individual person. Random sample. What's a random sample? Random sample means what? Every sample has an equal chance of getting picked. So typically, like in the lotto, yeah, the lotto you got 40 balls or 45 balls, whatever it may be numbers. You spin it and it's moving, and then a ball is drawn, each and every one of them has the same chance of getting drawn. Okay, so there's a random sample occurs when a member of the population have an equal chance of being selected. For example, 6 students are selected at random from the entire school population. Lotto is another good example of random sampling. A sample of 6 numbers is chosen from 40 numbers. Random samples are simple and easy to use for small populations. However, for large populations, it is possible to miss out on a particular group.
So just a question.
Yeah.
In an exam, would a question be like, is this a random sample? Like, how do they test this kind of like?
No, they would say, a random sample of so and so is selected, and then so they throw that in, and you expect to understand the concept of random sampling. Okay. So, do you think that all year 12s or year 11 here have an equal chance of being selected as a student leader or a school captain next year?
No.
Why?
Correct.
Because one, some students are more well known to the population, others are not as well known, and so on. Some students are known to teachers, some others are not. So in that case, it's not a random population. It's biased towards those who are active in the student movement and so on. Okay, but random means everyone has the same equal chance of being selected. Do you think in a horse race, do all horses have equal chance of winning?
No.
No. In a swimming race?
No.
To give you an example, this morning my son went to a swimming carnival. Right? There's 40 swimmers. It's all schools, so all schools in the state, across state school, public school, private school. So there are 40 swimmers that make it to this carnival. Do you think that he's got an equal chance of coming first? No. Yeah. So any sporting scenario, if you're more trained or more talent, then you got more chance of coming first than someone who hasn't trained and so on. Yeah. So random sample. So how would you summarize random sampling? Random sampling, random, equal chance of being selected. Okay. 6 students are, okay, how can this be random? 6 students are selected at random from the entire school population. So how would they do that? They would put, okay, or 6 year 11 students picked at random. So you put all the names on the computer, and the computer goes and it has an algorithm and randomly picks out 6 names. But you can, as soon as you introduce some kind of other information, is no longer random. Okay. Next bit is stratified sample. A stratified sample occurs when categories of strata of population are chosen and then members of each category are randomly selected. For example, one student is selected from each year 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Each year group is a category in a stratified sample. Some other common types of categories are age, sex, religion, marital status. A stratified sample is useful when categories are simple and easy to determine. However, care needs to be taken when selecting categories to avoid any bias in the data. So, what's the first step? First step, you categorize the data, and then from there you take a random sample. Yeah? So, we like using the school example. Let's go age. 16 years old, in year 11, 16 years old. So you get all the 16-year-olds on one side, all the 17-year-olds on the other side. So that's a stratified sample, yeah? Then, from that stratified sample, you have a random 16-year-old and a random 17-year-old. Okay? So the first bit is you categorize based on some kind of condition that you want. Or you get the condition you want is males. All males go on one side, all females go on the other side, yeah? So you categorize your data into a certain condition that you need. Then from there you choose your random sample.
So you could do like stratified sample of like year 11 out of the whole school, and it's a random sample from year 11.
Yeah. So like say for a 7 to 12 school, year 7 one side, year 8 one side. So what's the condition? What's the condition that you impose on that at the start? Based on school year. Okay? So year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10, year 11, year 12. Right? So everyone sorts into their group. Then all the year 7, you're going to take a random sample of 5 or 2 or 1. So a random kid from there. Random kid in year 8, random kid in year 9, and so on. Okay? The thing that they're trying to say, it says here, however, care needs to be taken when selecting categories to avoid any bias in the data. Okay? So you want everyone to have equal opportunity. If you introduce bias, what have you done, Sam? If you introduce bias, what have you done into the selection process?
You've given something like an unfair
advantage.
Yeah.
So as soon as bias comes into it, then it's gone. Systematic sample. Systematic sample occurs when a population is divided into a structured sample size. For example, a student in a school population put in alphabetical order, and a 100th student, 200th student, 300th student are selected. A systematic sample is often used by a manufacturer to ensure the machines are working correctly. Here, the manufacturer might test a machine for every 30 minutes or check the 50th item on a production line. Systematic sampling results in a gap between each selection. So how does systematic sampling? Usually at random breath testing. That's a systematic sampling. Why is it systematic? Because, alright, the cop stands out, gets in 4 cars, then they do the sampling, and then next another 4 cars. So in between a 5-minute break for the cars to be tested, or for them to clear the space for other cars to come in. So it's random, but it's also systematic. Make sense? So not all. So if you're a car and you arrive when the slots are empty, then you're going to get selected. But if you're a car running when the slots are filled, then what's it going to do? You're going to go straight through. So it's not random, is it? Is it random? Systematic. Okay. And when I say in a manufacturing process, quality control. What does quality control mean? It's ensuring that the product come out of manufacturing process ready to go to the market, is in perfect shape. So what they can do is, as I said, on a random basis, systematically, they check for the quality of the product. So 50th item they check, 50th item to ensure that they're all correctly done. At the swimming pool is a systematic monitoring of the water. So if you notice, you get a pool sometime every hour or so. The lifeguard comes down, takes a sample of the water, goes in and analyzes and records the thing. So next hour, and so on. So it's a systematic, an hour delay in between taking the water quality. Yeah. Any questions? So exercise 4C. Okay, so you got a textbook and you do exercise 4A, B, and C. Okay, A, B, and C. We meet at Central and all come together. So it says A for A, B, and C. Symptoms of lung infection, hard to breathe, lethargy, don't want to do maths.
Oh, there we are.
So you just got the lung infection. Is anyone who's South African? Anyone who's from South Africa? No, no one's from South Africa.
No. I was actually watching it crazy. First half. Well, no, bit of mercy. There's a game on Thursday. Australia, India, converse. The grand final. There is a grand final. The other grand final. The other stage finals on Thursday. Why? All the boys.
Melbourne. I told you this last class.
Actually, yes, anyway, we just did like that. Like an older, more patient person. It used to be like that. Like the face. Yeah. Just like saying that now survives his facial hair. At a big big. Oh, I was thinking that but yeah. So,
Julian, I can hear you. Julian? What are you checking up on? Before you check as well, what are you checking on? Expecting a message from the girlfriend?
Oh.
Casanova, yeah.
Yeah, I was just around the town.
Bread. Haymakers. 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 What the hell? Good one, there you go. They are selfish. I'll apologize on behalf of
Check it. Double check it. Check it. Check it. I don't want to schedule it.
English for the dog. God, you find it again.
What's down there?
Do it. Very